Thank you so very much for the invitation to speak at this important meeting. Ideally, I should have been with you in person, but this conference sadly clashes with the Jewish New Year, which as an Orthodox Jew, I celebrate in synagogue, so I hope you will excuse my absence in person. Think of the outcry if the Labour Party had held their conference on Rosh Hashanah while Jeremy was in charge. It is an honour to represent Jewish Voice for Labour today. Since its inception, JVL has been a beacon of light for so many on the left. However, this has not gone down well with today's Labour Party. All 12 of the original Executive Committee have been subject to detailed attention by the Governance and Legal Unit and have been disciplined as a result. But not satisfied with that, the party has investigated, disciplined or expelled 55 Jewish members for anti-Semitism, 2 of whom died during the process. The present Labour Party's efforts to silence progressive Jewish voices exposes this as a fraudulent and factional endeavour. The Forde report itself has been quite clear that this is not the direction in which to travel. Forde recognises the plurality of Jewish voices, and if the party was serious about anti-Semitism, so should they. When the party chooses to accuse Jews of anti-Semitism, it has totally lost the plot and absolutely justifies Jeremy Corbyn's reaction after the publication of the EHRC report that the extent of anti-Semitism was being overstated for political reasons. I am here to represent those great comrades, Jewish and non-Jewish, who have fallen foul of the Star Chamber's definition of anti-Semitism because of their support for the Palestinian cause. Their stories are heartbreaking, and I only hope my own story will reflect that. In 2018, deeply traumatized by the sudden death of my life's partner, and in the throes of cancer treatment, I received my first notice of investigation for anti-Semitism for social media posts about Israel. For this, I was given a reminder of conduct. Not satisfied with this outcome, the party tried again and in 2020 sent me a second notice of investigation. On this occasion, they found me guilty of anti-Semitism and gave me a warning. This was not enough. They decided I had not received sufficient punishment and sent a third notice of investigation. This was only withdrawn because of legal intervention. I am a fiercely proud Jew who has faced death threats for my ethnicity. I want to continue to feel proud of my identity, but as long as some in my community use that identity to oppress and subjugate another people, I have a responsibility to protest. For that, I was subject to existential pain at a time I could least cope with it. For non-Jews who are ignorant of Jewish history, culture, and religion, to arrogantly imagine they have the authority to accuse Jews of anti-Semitism on the basis of our views on Israel is nothing short of outrageous and a source of deep trauma. Instead of fighting anti-Semitism, they were proving the truth of the many warnings against adopting the IHRA redefinition of anti-Semitism, that it is primarily a tool to silence critics of Israel. And in their eagerness to silence critics of Israel, they've shown no interest in dealing with the appalling racism and Islamophobia identified by the Forde report. All racism needs to be addressed, and the absence of any effort to address this adds to the stain on the leadership of today's Labour Party, which, far from mounting challenges to racism, seems content to turn its back on the victims.